The St. Louis Blues have recently stated that everyone is on the table, and there have been numerous reports about management being upset with the recent performance of star forward Vladimir Tarasenko. So today, we're going to look at 5 possible trades for the 27-year-old 4-time 30-goal scorer. To start off, let's remind everyone that Tarasenko has 4 years remaining on his contract with a $7.5 million cap hit. He's one of the best snipers in the game and is a very favorable contract, so I think we can expect the Blues to be able to get an absolute haul from him. And without further ado, let's get right into the list. Number 5, the Colorado Avalanche. I think the Avalanche are one addition away from being a Stanley Cup contender. Yes, you may argue they need more help on the back end, but if you can acquire a player like Tarasenko, then I think you have to. Kale McCarr is off the table, but Conor Timmins is absolutely no consolation prize. Although he's been sidelined so far this year, he's still proven himself to be one of the top defensive prospects in the game, and I believe he's NHL ready already. Shane Bowers was their first rounder from 2017, and he's currently in his sophomore season at Boston University, where he's performed decent this season. At just 19, we'll get a better look at what he brings to the table at this year's World Juniors, as he will be on Team Canada's squad. Adam Werner, I think, is one of the most underrated goaltending prospects, and since it seems like St. Louis is constantly in a goaltending struggle, I think his inclusion could do a lot for this deal. Werner's 21 years old, but is playing in the Swedish Hockey League this season, and has a .926 save percentage and a .198 goals against average. I wouldn't be shocked to see him come over to North America next season to further his development, but I think he has an NHL future ahead of him. And as a final touch, I do believe they'll need to add their 2019 second round pick to this deal. Number 4, the Florida Panthers. If the Panthers are able to acquire a player like Tarasenko, and if they get better goaltending and some upgraded defense, they could immediately turn into a cup contender. So with that being said, the Panthers have in my mind one of the top 10 prospects in hockey in Henrik Borgstrom. I think the kid's going to be a stud, but he's not all there yet. He's proved it on the college level and at the AHL level, and he's shown flashes of his goal-scoring ability at the NHL level, but I think for the Panthers to acquire a player like Tarasenko, they'll have to include both Borgstrom and a first-rounder for next year, as there's a chance for the first-round pick this year maybe in the lottery, and there's no way they're going to move that. As for the Panthers, they still have loads of offensive prospects in Owen Tippett, Alexei Heponiemi, and Logan Hutsko, so I think they'll be just fine in the future. Number 3, the New York Rangers. Since the Rangers have a couple more years left of elite Henrik Lundqvist, I think it's time to take the jump and acquire an elite scorer like Tarasenko. And I know they're kind of in the midst of a quick rebuild, so they can't continue to capitalize on Hank, but I believe they have a deep enough prospect pool to where they can execute this trade and still be even more successful in the short term and the long term. With the likes of Vitaly Kravtsov and Keandre Miller quickly developing, I think they're certainly able to make this trade. Pavel Buchnevich is still just 23, and he possesses a really good shot and offensive instincts, so I do believe he still has the potential to be a 25 to 30 goal scorer at the NHL level. Lias Andersson, however, is still just 20, and the Rangers have been taking it slow with him. He's playing kind of sheltered minutes so far when in the NHL, but has been virtually dominating when he's in the AHL. I still believe that he'll be like that high-end two-way second-line center in the next couple of years. Plus, he's a certified savage, as he threw his silver medal in the crowd at the World Juniors, and that's a moment in hockey that should never be forgotten. I think these two players can already step in the Blues lineup, but I still believe a first-rounder and a second-rounder is warranted to get this deal done. I don't know if either of the two have the game-breaking talent on their own to acquire someone like Tarasenko. The Edmonton Oilers. Edmonton fans have been screaming for a scoring winger to play alongside Connor McDavid. In fact, they're in the market for a Taylor Hall-esque player, so I think Tarasenko could very easily solve the scoring winger issue. Kailer Yamamoto is a small, speedy winger who has loads of potential, but he's yet to reach at the NHL level. He has under 25 NHL games under his belt and has spent the majority of the season in the AHL, where he's been able to find his game a little bit more. At just 20 years old, Yamamoto can very well turn into a shifty, dynamic scorer when included with the current Blues roster. In addition, they'll need to add the former 4th overall draft choice Jesse Puljujarvi. He's largely disappointed thus far into his NHL career, but he continues to flash his potential at the AHL level, and his 6'4" frame fits in with the Blues' big body system. Lastly, I don't think these two prospects are currently elite enough, so I do believe Edmonton will have to include their 2019 first-round pick. Number 1, the Carolina Hurricanes. Carolina's new owner, Tom Dundon, aka the Mark Cuban of hockey, has recently stated that he wants to and will acquire a sniper for next season, so I see this trade to Carolina as the most possible outcome. Obviously, Aho and Svechnikov are off the table because of the types of players that Dundon wants to keep, so I think Martin Necas is a possible forward to build the deal around. He was 12th overall pick in 2017, and since then has played very well in both the Czech Pro League as well as the AHL. He can play center and right wing, and I think he'd step right into the Blues' young lineup next season and contribute. I also think that Pesce must be added to this deal to help fill up the back end. The Hurricanes are stacked on the blue line and have numerous replacements for Pesce, such as Hayden Fleury, Jake Bean, and even Trevor Carrick. So since Pesce is 24 and has an affordable cap hit, I believe he carries a lot of value, especially due to his exceptional defensive possession numbers. As a little add to ensure the deal goes through, I think the Canes also might need to add that 2019 second round pick into the deal. So let me know what you guys think of these trade offers, which ones do you think are the most realistic, or what else would you offer? Let me know all those things and more in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys next time.